Best friend, welcome back to my channel, my returning subbies. And if you're new, it's your favorite southern sidekick, Nene, in the building. And today we got another reading, so go ahead and get your drinkity drink, go get your snackity snack, and let's get it poppin'. Alright, boo boo, so this reading today is special because you are unique. You're not like other people. This message today is for the odd ducks, for the weirdos. And when I say weirdos, it's not an insult, boo, it is a compliment. So today's topic of discussion, people are saying that you've always been that girl, you've always been that guy, but they just couldn't see it before. And now they know the truth. This is the revelation of you that's being revealed right now. So with the dice roll, we have the 9th house in Scorpio, okay? And so I'm going to just say real quick, in the last reading, I had mentioned that I'm a Scorpio with ascendant in Sagittarius. And some of y'all were shook about the fact that I'm a Scorpio. Y'all were like, ooh, I would never have thunk it, right? Like, I'm a Scorpio, but I got that ascendant in Sagittarius, so it makes me come off a little bit more lighthearted. But my chart is full of mostly Scorpio and Capricorn energy. But anyways, the 9th house in Scorpio, I can totally attest to this energy. I completely understand it. The 9th house is the house of Sagittarius, okay? And it's about higher knowledge, higher learning, higher wisdom, and it's not the type of wisdom that you learn in school. This is the type of wisdom that you gain through life experience. And I'm hearing that growing up, like there was something that happened where you started to notice like people's energies reacting to you differently. There was a pivotal moment in your life where you realized that you weren't like everybody else. But one thing that was for sure is that you were abnormally talented at everything that you did. You were giving prodigy child, like that's what kind of kid you were. But the problem is that you didn't have the right people to fuel that. You didn't have the right parental support to really uplift these talents that you have. But regardless, like you're a self-taught person, like that's what it's giving. It's giving the kind of energy of, let's say, like an artist who just writes music by ear or plays guitar by ear. Like you were just born with these natural gifts and abilities. And at a young age, like the one thing that you could stand on is the fact that you knew that you could do anything you put your mind to. But the one thing that really held you back was not having that support that you needed. So as you were growing up, you tried your best to blend in with everybody. And yes, you did a hell of a job performing. And yes, I say performing because you were wearing a facade, you were wearing a mask. It's like, if I wear this outfit or if I do my hair this way, then I'll be more accepted by people. Because all around, everything about you is unconventional. From your hair to your looks, the way you talk, the things that you're into. Like, you've been that. You've been unorthodox. You've been weird before being weird was cool. But the thing is that you always felt like you weren't good enough to hang out with the normal people, but you were also, like, not weird enough to hang out with the weirdos. And so, like, you walk this steady line in between both worlds. It's like, damn, how am I going to get rejected by the ones who are weird too? You felt like there was this secret club that everybody got into, and for some reason, like, you just didn't know how to get in. It's like everybody else got invited, but you didn't get the invite. But regardless, like, you grew up, you know what I'm saying? Like, you started to find yourself, you know, it's giving more introvert or, like, not really being around a whole lot of people. Or at least people that you grew up with, like schoolmates and family, you know what I'm saying? Just doing your own thing. But with the 9th house being in Scorpio, this is showing me that the reason why that you're more of a contender than the average Joe is because you don't just have book smart. Baby, you are street smart. This is an energy of somebody going into the pits of hell and like recovering a hidden gem and then bringing it up to the surface to teach other people about it. You might be the type of person who does a lot of extensive like online studies, but it's not the conventional route of studying. You might be going to school and that's good. Good for you, boo. That's awesome. But like this is given like you are beyond that. And Spirit's saying the reason why you went through all the hardships that you did growing up is because this is what makes you more of a contender. Like you got people out there doing stuff, like doing the line of work that either you want to do or that you are doing. And they might have a certificate. They might have a degree in it, but they don't have what you got. And so a lot of things happened to you growing up is what I'm hearing that caused this energy of you feeling like you fumbled something. Like there was a moment that happened to you that kind of caused a shift in you where you just stopped trying. Like you're excelling in everything else in your life, but there's just one area that like you kind of put on the back burner. And it's because creatively you kind of went through this writer's block is what I'm hearing. But Uranus has gone into Gemini, and right now is a time period for all of the weirdos to rise. Recently, you might have noticed that you're starting to get a lot of ideas. And like all of these ideas are getting you excited because you haven't felt like this in a long time. And this season, you're returning back to your old love, your first love is what I'm hearing. And I'm also hearing that you're highly intuitive. Now, something about intuition, it's not just about, oh, I can, read the cards or whatever. I can, pick up on energies. It's more than that. So God gave us intuition to keep us safe. Without intuition, we wouldn't have the discernment to read when to go or when to stop or when to block. So back in the day, like our ancestors, okay, I know this is going to be a little bit TMI, but this is for the divine feminine so you understand. Whenever it was a woman's monthly cycle, the women would be isolated to themselves. Monthly cycles used to be synced with the moon, so all women were starting at the same time. So the women would be either in their teepees or wherever it is that they would congregate, and they would all be together, and they would all sing and cry, and they would all have intuitive psychic downloads. And then after their monthly cycle was complete, they would come back to the village and they would share the wisdom that they learned. And sometimes a part of that wisdom was like picking up on danger that was coming. And they would tell the other tribe members, hey, we need to like pick up and go because this other tribe's about to come try to attack us. That's what I mean. Like intuition was there to keep us safe, to keep us protected. And so growing up, you were in situations that were a bit dangerous. You were a very, 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 very wise and deep old soul child. You had the power to sniff through people. Like you had the power of discernment to see certain individuals who would come around and like if they were bad, like you would literally clock that real quick. So you always had these psychic abilities to keep you safe and protected. And this is a season of initiation, boo. This is the debut of the dark horse. The hardships that you went through was like the school of hard knocks, and you learned a lot of skills that helped you to survive. But this season, you're going to be thriving, and this is a season of recognition, because instead of falling to either category of normality or like the weirdos, like you're paving your own path. You are a genius. Affirm it down below. I am a genius. So with some tarot cards, we have coming through the King of Wands, we have the Ace of Wands, the Page of Wands, and the Fool card. You are ready. You were purged through the fire and you survived it. Spirit's saying you are ready for this next level of recognition and power. And you've been doing a lot of shadow work because we have the Strega card coming through. We have the shadow coming through. Synergy and peacemaking. So you have been in the process of making peace with your past, making peace with where you came from, and it's like you're a reborn person. You're completely transformed. And so now is the time period where you integrate this shadow part of yourself and no longer feel shame for being different. Because there's been this magic that's been inside of you and you're ready to unleash it. And it's given the vibes of like either schoolmates or people who used to know you back in the day, seeing you like online or something, doing something that they never thought you would ever do. It's like the shy girl got a platform now. And so you're returning back to that part of yourself that always believed in magic, that always believed that you could do anything that you put your mind to, and who was abnormally talented. And so this synergy card is showing me that all the right conditions have created you today. If you hadn't have gone through the things that you went through, you wouldn't have had all of these juicy and delicious ideas that you have, or have all of this knowledge that you gained through trying to be resourceful. In this season, you're having the courage to try again. I say that because we have discover your life purpose, we have rejection coming through, courage, and we have patience, okay? And so something that you've been working on, like Spirit's saying, be patient with yourself, because I know it's cliche, boo, but Rome wasn't built in a day. I'm telling you, this is the debut of your power. This is the dark horse debut. And so now the mask is ripped off. You're no longer playing a part in somebody else's story. You're no longer living a lie or trying to conform or be overly adaptable to other people. Oh my God, bro. Okay, so we have you are worthy of beautiful things. Affirm that down below. I am worthy of beautiful things. The servant queen, divine, magnetic, and valuable. So you're entering a season of magnetism, okay? You are magnetic. Like I said, we have the Ace of Wands and we have the Page of Wands energy, followed by also the King of Wands. Affirm this down below. My authenticity is magnetic. We also have the Sun card. It says, be patient. It will come. Manifestation, power, and 1111. We literally have the word patience twice. So I'm hearing Saturn energy, like you've really been working really hard towards this goal and this aim goal, okay? And so Spirit's saying, be patient with yourself because you think outside the box. You are one step ahead of the collective. And whenever you're feeling either rejected in situations, that's just because you're a step ahead. I'm hearing ingenuity. I'm going to use Ozzy Osbourne for example, okay? Because he was like one of the first people to come up with heavy metal. And he left a legacy, not by conforming to what everybody else was doing, but by following his own rhythm. And so like whenever you follow your own rhythm in this lifetime, what's happening is that like you're making music, right? You might be actually making music. Like I'm hearing a message come through about your rhythm, okay? You have a certain frequency and like the more that you're broadcasting this frequency, the more people are going to start hearing it. I'm hearing the frequency is getting louder and louder and louder. And I'm getting a tingly feeling on the top of my head. So you're psychic AF, boo. This is your time. Affirm that down below. It's my time. And we have rebirth. So the rebirth card says shedding the chrysalis and taking a risk. It's time to leave the old behind. So you're leaving the old behind finally. You're letting go of the doubts this season, boo. You have certain people who used to know you shook because they're like, I didn't know them at all. You are literally the diamond in the rough. I'm hearing a message come through that whatever field of work that you do, like, you got it going on. Some people, like, they have to go to school for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, they have to go to school to study, which is fine. But, like, your energy is giving, like, not only are you a bit book smart, but it's giving self-taught, self-made. That is crazy. I was just thinking to myself, I was like, you have edges. Like, there's something about you. Edgy is also what I'm hearing. Okay, back to the Ozzy Osbourne energy I was talking about. He was just himself. Like, even though he was called the quote-unquote Prince of Darkness, a lot of his music is actually uplifting. And whenever you watch old films of him, like, on stage performing, like, he is a ray of sunshine. He looks like a little kid up there who's just having fun. And I feel like that's been the secret antidote lately. It's like you tapping into the energies of joy and fun. So we have the blessings and curses card, and it says, do not be ashamed, not of your thorns or your flowers. So you've had people who rejected you for your thorns. Like I said, feeling like you couldn't find your place to fit in at. But you were over here like, you know what? If I can't find my place, I'm going to just pave my own path. And Spirit's saying, keep going. Do not stop. Because you are the trendsetter. You are the whole damn movement. And it says psyche, self-love, and beauty. Okay, so this is such a beautiful energy coming through. The only reason why this mission feels intimidating is because you know that it's important. Because you came here to do big things, boo. We have freedom coming through. That's definitely 9th house Sagittarius kind of energy. And we also have doubt coming through. This is giving other people's energy. Like, people literally doubted you. People who doubted you are looking dumb AF is what I'm hearing. Because the way that you're now living life, you found this newfound freedom in yourself to express yourself without limits. And we have courage. We have courage twice in this reading. You have been expanding year by year. Like every year you get stronger, you get wiser. And everything is leading up to this very moment is what I'm hearing. The courage card says, I find the inner strength to face fear with confidence. Okay, so this is what you're in the process of doing and not feeling ashamed for what makes you weird or makes you different. You're finding your voice finally is what I'm hearing. And like your voice is so powerful now because it's been primed through the fire. You are fire, baby. You are the dark horse. I'm hearing you're the Trojan horse because it's like people see you as that Trojan horse. They just say, oh, it's just a horse. But then like whenever you pop out, like you popping out in the season. You're the dark horse, Trojan horse, period. Oh my God, y'all. We have abundance coming through and love. So you're finally eradicating the energies of doubt. Things have tried to limit you. People have tried to whisper in your ear. The enemies whispered in your ear that you weren't enough or that you didn't have what it takes to fulfill your dreams. But what's coming in is that love is eradicating all of it. You're done holding yourself back. I feel like this has been a time period of retrieving your voice. Because in the past, people had you feeling crazy for being intuitive. That was another thing, like people who doubted you even as a child, like you would try to like explain things or warn people and they didn't want to hear you. And this has been a recycling thing that's happened even up until recently. And now you're over here done explaining. You're done trying to warn people who don't want to hear it. And whenever you do this and decide to just hone in on yourself, this is the game changer. It's literally I'm getting the metaphor of the shy girl getting the megaphone and speaking, and your voice is like so powerful. It has such an impact on people around you. And we have patience coming through 3 times in this reading. So big triple whammy happening here. Spirit's saying be patient because the abundance is coming. The recognition is coming. The resources, the support is here. Ooh, oh my goodness. Oh, what we got? Bro. Okay, bottom of the deck, we have loneliness. I know that I am never alone. What was I saying? Feel like you don't belong, and this has caused a sense of loneliness and isolation sometimes. But we have coming through, we have purpose, we have self-esteem and guilt coming through. Okay, so this is what it is. You're done holding back. And when you finally decided to speak up or stand up for yourself, that's what it is. You're finally standing up for your purpose. You're finally standing up for your dreams and defending them. You're no longer being a silent bystander or letting people just assume that you're quiet or assume that you're shy. But with this season, you grow with some teeth. Like, I'm getting that metaphor of, like, at a young age, you didn't have no teeth. Like, you don't say, like, a baby. Like, there's just gums. And then, like, as you grew older, instead of being, like, normal teeth like everybody else has, it's like you have sharp fangs now. And those fangs, like I said, back to the energies of the rose, okay, with the thorn. They can seem like they're scary. Back to that energy of you tapping into your shadow. So the shadow's coming through for you. You're stepping into integrating your shadow. And the teeth might look scary, but whenever you become friends with the shadow or with the demons inside, you come to find out, like, it's there to protect you. It's connected to your intuition is what I'm hearing. So the teeth are representing your intuition and your guidance. And the teeth also are there for hunting. And in the past, it's like you were going through phases where you would get intuitive downloads, but you were too afraid to follow through with them. I'm hearing you got a message. Like, you're meant to be a prophet. And I'm hearing that you're not finding your tribe and your community. You're finding it online. So Spirit's calling you to get cocky, okay, with that self-esteem energy and the guilt, because it feels like people have tried to scare you out of being cocky or being confident in your gifts. It's like that lie, that programming of like, oh, well, you don't want to, step on toes. You stomping on people's feet this season, and you're finally believing in yourself. And the reason why people couldn't see this power before is because you kept hiding. You were hiding due to survival. Now it's time to thrive. You're no longer in survival mode. It's time for you to thrive. It's time for liftoff. It's time for people to see the real you. Ooh, what we got? The rose thread, inner call. Oh my God, y'all. Soul led, the mystic, living courageously. We've had courageous, I don't know how many times, 3 times in this reading. So 2 keywords. We have courageous and we have patience. And we have purpose twice in this reading. So finally, you're stepping into the calling. You're finally leading the way, trusting yourself as this divine leader. We have open, say yes, expand through the extremes, and trust life. So I'm hearing that you've gone through either rejections or betrayals or just things that like tried to stop you from shining your light. When you feel like hell and you feel like you're in hell, that's usually whenever the breakthrough is about to happen. It's like a pendulum that's swinging, okay? The pendulum swings to the negative and the positive. And so whenever it's all the way here in the negative energies, that means that it's like getting momentum to go into the positives. So especially if you've been dealing with spiritual warfare, Spirit's saying, hold on, keep going, keep showing up for yourself. I'm telling you, this is the Dark Horse debut. You better freaking believe it, dude. Okay, the sun. We have the sun twice in this reading. Wow. And we have the codes of the seeds. It says the blueprint is within you. Take the next step. Confirmation. Spirit saying, go all in. Go ahead, throw that gamble, boo. And the sun card says joy, enjoyment, life force, success, vitality, and play. What was I saying? It's time to be like Ozzy Osbourne on stage and don't give an F what people say or think about you. Because the truth is that they want to be like you. Yeah, you're meant to be a trendsetter. You're not meant to follow everybody else's lead. You're going to be standing out as a one of one in whatever field of work that you're doing. Because you got that little extra seasoning from what you've been through, boo. All right, these just flung off of the table just now. We have the Eternal Center. And it says guru, protection, and peace, okay? And followed by the energy card. Call your energy back to yourself. So this is a time period to trust yourself, okay? Because you're meant to be the guru. You're meant to be on the other side of the screen, okay, recording videos. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what your energy is giving. Spirit's saying, let's stop consuming so much. Let's start producing, okay? This is your season to produce. So you, my friend, you are the prodigy child who is finally waking up and no longer waiting for somebody to show you the way, because you were the guru this whole time. You are the teacher. You are the leader. You're the one who is set forth in this day and age. So let's go ahead and get you some final advice from the Ganesha Oracle deck, okay? So Spirit, what final advice do you have for my prodigies over here who are finally making an impact and stepping up to the plate in this bold way, okay? I'm hearing Spirit say honor yourself, okay? You are worth honoring, you are worth celebrating. And it's time for you to allow yourself to be seen completely, unbridledly, no shame, period. The truth is here. This is the truth of you. Okay, we have Splendor. Yes, boo. This is an energy of like, I'm hearing Spirit say, look at yourself. Look at the beauty and the beautiful person that you've blossomed into. You see how he's over here looking at this butterfly in awe and reverence? Like, that's what it's giving. Hold your power in reverence, okay? And we have relaxation. Okay, so Spirit's calling you to relax into this new version of yourself. This version of yourself, it's not even new. That's what I'm hearing. Like, it's not even new. This is a part of yourself that's been here, that was dormant. It's captivating people. The more that you lean into this truth of who you are, the more abundance is going to be attracted to you, is what I'm hearing. It's about relaxing into it instead of like, oh, I don't know, how am I coming off? You know what I'm saying? Like, just letting that ish go. And we have wholeness. Yes, like I said, that shadow work energy. You're tapping into the shadow part of yourself that you put on the back burner, right? And it's time for you to explore. It's time for you to roar, period. And we have guidance at the bottom of the deck and surrender. So Spirit's saying to trust your guidance. Like I said, your intuition. You're very intuitive, okay? So trust the guidance, trust your guides, okay? And we have openness. We literally have open twice. So Spirit's calling you to open, expand. Like I said, the Jupiter energy coming through with the 9th house, okay? That's all about expansion, about opening up. Open your heart, even whenever it's hard, okay? Whenever you do this, you allow for Spirit to bless you. I want to give you a really quick story. This happened a few years ago when I first started my YouTube channel, but like my car caught on fire. And in the midst of that, I had people attacking me, not on YouTube, just like personally. And like, I was literally feeling really fed up. Like, I was mad because not only was I dealing with the vehicle issue, I was also dealing with a separate situation with people coming at me incorrectly. And I was mad. Like, I mean, I was literally cursing. I was crying, you know what I'm saying? I just started to do the whole Ho'oponopono prayer. I started saying, I'm sorry, please forgive me. I thank you. I love you. And I mean, I was just freaking bawling my eyes out. As hard as it was to open up and to forgive people, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just let myself do it anyways because like I knew that it was right from my heart. And as I'm crying, like, I literally saw a vision of an elephant. And that's funny because we're using the Ganesh oracle here. And I thought to myself, well, that's kind of odd. Like, why am I seeing a vision of an elephant? Then I just took some time to myself that same day, and I was just like really connecting in faith. And I was just connecting in faith to the higher realms. Like, I was just connecting and holding on to that root of faith, that everything was happening for me, not to me. And whenever I finally surrendered, right? Surrender, okay? And when I went to check my phone a couple hours later, I got this notification from PayPal, and it said, you have $2,500 waiting for you. And I thought it was like a glitch, like somebody accidentally sent me that much money. So I reached out to them, I was like, hey, you sent me this money. I think you made a mistake. And they were like, no, that's for you. I literally got a donation for over $2,000 that same freaking day that I was battling. So if you needed to hear this today, boo, miracles happen every day. And it's those moments that we want to close ourselves off the most whenever the breakthrough really happens. Because whenever you're broken open, you're literally open. And so the universe can have space finally to come through and give you what you deserve. So you are deserving of love, you are deserving of support, you are deserving of financial abundance, and you are deserving of this new platform that you're stepping into. I know I said that was going to be the final advice, but I feel called to pull from the Sun Oracle. Okay, so what messages do you have for final advice for the person watching today? We have desire. Oh my goodness. This is so beautiful. It's about your desires manifesting. And we have preparation at the bottom of the deck, bro. So Spirit's saying it's time for you to prepare for the harvest. So I want to read the desire card real quick for you. And it says, know your values and what you want. Answer your yearning. Be patient and consistent if it is a big project. Jealousy is an indication of what precisely we desire for ourselves. Used this way, it can be a positive and useful emotion. Okay, so there's something that felt like it was out of your reach, and Spirit's saying it's not. It's time for you to prepare. It's time for you to step up and be what you want to be. And when you do that, you'll have what you want to get. Knowing what we desire and placing some attention into planning to achieve them is one of the secrets into a more fulfilling life. We set in motion a kind of gravity and magnetism towards the fulfillment of these things. What was I saying? Magnetism. This is a season where you're magnetic. Back to all those wands energies we had in the tarot. So the last affirmation for this reading, affirm this down below. I am worthy of all of my desires. Like I said, this is the Dark Horse debut. You ready for it? Come on, boo-boo. All right, so that's the beautiful message I have for you, darling. I love you so much. And just comment down below, let me know. And affirm down below as if it already is. Okay, period. I love you so much. I send you so much love. If this resonates, feel free to like, comment, share, subscribe. Hit the little notification bell so you don't miss out. Until next time, you have a blessed, wonderful day. Ta-ta.